so elegant. In fact, it was called in the 1890s the Gem of the Ozarks. And so that aptly describes it. But it could be a cultural center and a museum, perhaps an art museum. There are so many uses for the building besides City Hall, and so much room.
Yeah, it's
and
centrally
room to
located.
grow.
So
and centrally
it is
located.
centrally located.
Yes.
Easy to get to.
Well, Danny, you haven't talked much on this project. What would you like to see done with it now?
Well, when Joe came to me just inquiring about this, I was very taken back by the thought, but I actually the thought of a governmental type of office had crossed my mind, but the city hall itself hadn't. And talking to her and kind of incorporating some of her dreams and things that I had dreamed of as far as the community building, multi-purpose building, events, some of the old-fashioned type of picnics where you have these yard reunions where people bring ice cream socials and their carriage rides, and there's just a lot of potential here to have just some grand galas, I guess you could call them, but just something like that with a museum. I think we're such a melting pot. I think so many people have no idea what our historical roots are, and that would give them more ownership in this community if they knew where we've come from. And there's just a lot of neat people and neat events that have made us who we are, and survived through the building of the dams and how this building was connected to that and helped to house so many people.
We need to know what our past is to know where we're going.
Yes, exactly.
How can we get this to work, Mayor?
Well,
how can we get it to work?
In the beginning, Danny would just need to give it to the city.
Would that I could.
Free and clear of all indebtedness. And we could probably start in a week or so packing up to move.
Are you out of room over there at the City Hall?
Pardon?
Would you like to move out of City Hall?
Well, we are tight in City Hall, but the water
you
department.
Share the building with the fire department there too.
Yes, we do.
And the water department.
And the fire department needs more space. And the water department is building them a new water sewer department is building a new building down on North College, and they will be moving out, so that'll give us some more room there. But having said that, I think it would be a fantastic place to take City Hall. I think Joe has a wonderful idea there, and she had come by my office a month or two ago, Joe, and we had visited, and she had expressed that, I think, in that conversation, if not in that one, then in the next one. And I think it would be terrific. I think it would be a classy center for the city.
Well, have you gone so far as to establish even a bank account somewhere where people could put seed money to start, and just start to make donations?
That's an excellent idea.
Just as something as simple as a bank account, and people could, send in money, and if the funds couldn't be raised by a single individual, they could be raised by members of the community.
Think about that, Danny.
And we do need to say that we're not making anything on this. This price that we have on it is actually below cost and of what we've got in it. So we're not trying to make anything. We would just love to see it passed on to someone who's able to take it to the next stage. And a city hall / community building just has a great ring to it.
Well, it would, not to belittle our current city hall, but the grandeur of the building itself would, usually when you travel to cities, they always, any tourist, you always go see City Hall. This is where the mayor works. This is the City Hall, and the City Hall is usually a grand edifice of some sort to lend itself to the pride of the community. And that alone is reason, not just that, but to save the building. Mountain Home doesn't have a lot of old historic buildings. An old home in Mountain Home is 50 years old.
Our current City Hall is a good building, though, and we're happy with it, and we're proud of it. We've been in City Hall has been there since 1974, and at one time that building housed both the fire department and the police department, the water department, the inspection department, the mayor's office, the treasurer's office, the clerk's office. So It
You just shoved them out over the years.
well,
man, you've grown.
as the city has grown,
Sure,
so
yeah.
has the need for space, and so that's
But the
taking
building
place.
you're in would still be of good purpose because the fire department
Fire
needs the
department
space.
can use that. Yes, sure can.
Well, maybe we're just scratching the tip of the iceberg, and we're just maybe exciting somebody out there to say, yeah, I want to be involved in that. And how can they contact who? Who could they contact if they were interested in contact you directly, or?
Well, I think it would be best to
Contact
contact Danny.
Okay.
I'm a little more accessible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe travels a lot, and we're across the street at
You're just a dream maker.
Ponder
I'm the dream
Health, and
maker, yes.
I will put her in contact with Joe. I'll put whoever in
They
contact
could
with Joe.
just call Ponder Drug.
Sure.
That's a nice,
Mhm.
easy.
Yeah. And we can go from there.
Okay.
We're considering an open house at some time
Okay.
in the
Yes.
near future. So stay tuned.
Well,
Okay,
thank you
good
for
deal.
allowing the video tour because that is a beautiful building.
Yeah.
I didn't know how lovely it really is.
And thanks for
Yeah.
coming by and bringing this to our attention. You want to
I
close
just
out with
wanted to
something?
say that any potential donor or donors would have many rewards, both tangible and intangible. And I think there's somebody out there that this is thrilling right
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Thanks again for being here. Thanks so much for bringing this to our attention.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. Yes, thank
We're going
you.
to take our last break, and we have Shawn Egan and Randy, the rodeo clown's going to be
thought
here.
it was
to talk-
Bandy.
I'm sorry, Bandy. It is. Randy's, Bandy's brother Randy is
Randy,
at home.
okay.
And he was supposed to be here, but
And he
Randy made
thinks
it
I'm
for us.
making mistakes, people.
We'll be right
Okay.
back.